Chapter 15, The Scoop. Ever since Casey told you about Brent's impending trade at the end of the season, you haven't been able to stop thinking about it. This will change the whole dynamic of the Blades. You wonder if the jilted lovers fiasco you helped set up in the restaurant and the resulting blow-up on social media influenced management's decision to trade Brent. We just wanted the pap off our backs, but maybe it really did ding Brent's reputation. It was pretty funny, though. Adish strolls into the office with 2 cups of coffee. As you take a cup, something comes over you, and you just blurt it all out. Management is going to trade Brent Lau at the end of the season. Damn! Well, good morning to you, too. Who's your source? My source is someone I trust. I know the source very well. He waggles his eyebrows, but all you can think about is how well Casey knows your body. How he can have that gasping in mere minutes. A dash it's written all over your face. You're already plotting to figure out the second you leave. Moi! Never! But would you say it's second-hand info? Second-hand, huh? Good thing I have 2. He proves it by reaching Rorros. You clear your throat, reluctantly pushing aside your fantasies about him for now. Oh, because if you feel that confident, you should tell Matthews. Think of how impressed he'd be. But, and I'd have to reveal my source, Casey wouldn't take kindly to that. And it's a trade, so it's bound to be announced soon anyway. This is the kind of breaking news that would get you off the ice. Leaking the news would breach the trust of my source. I don't want Casey to think I'm the only with him to further my career. You could say you accidentally overheard the deal, or that you got an anonymous tip. No, I want to further my career with a lie? Not really. I guess you gotta do what you gotta do. I want that spot on off the ice, but I also want Casey. Why do I feel like I have to choose between them? You don't, you just have to think smarter, not harder. When you make your way over to the Blade Stadium and into the locker room, you're relieved to find Casey alone. And exactly how I like him. Okay. Casey, starting without me? Some of us have a busy schedule to keep. Well, don't let me stop you. You run your gaze over his toned body, your heartbeat speeding up as he adjusts the towel around him. He smirks at you and heads for the showers, dropping the towel to give you a full view of his perfect ass as he goes. I'll have to find the right time to bring up Brent's trade. You follow him into the already steaming showers, excitement coursing through your every nerve of your body. Now might be a good time to relive our first interview. What do you say? His words draw out the memory of seeing him take off his jersey and gear the first time, of how your body reacted to his. It'll be the perfect moment to do everything I wanted to do back then. The 2 of you meet in the middle, mouths finding each other in a rush of exhilaration and heat. He takes over, leading you backward until you're pressed against the wall. His tongue flicks around yours, his hands hot on your hips. You grind yourself against his hard ridge of his excitement, making him moan. You did start without me, huh? I was thinking about you right before you showed up. Can't blame me for the way my body reacts to even just thinking about you. He slides a hand around the back of your neck and looks at you with those intense eyes. Shivers of pleasure ricochet through your body. It's easy to get lost in his touch, the feel of his body against yours. Wait, what am I doing? We need to talk about the trade, something. He slows his kisses, sliding his hand gently down your sides to settle at your hips. You take a breath and look up into his concerned face. Of course he'd be able to tell when you have things on your mind. You're kinda tense, Ava, what's up? You sigh and let your head fall forward onto his shoulder. I've been thinking about the trade. What if management changes the play? What if things fall through and they won't trade Brent? What if they decide to cut someone else? Like me, there's no way that's happening. He sighs and strokes your cheek with the back of his knuckles. Coach said the deal is made. It's just, I know how much the Blades mean to you. This whole situation will shake things up. Are you ready for that? Yeah. You know why? Why? He kisses your eyelids, the bridge of your nose, your cheek, and finally catches your mouth with his. Because I've got you, Ava. I can weather anything with you next to me. You pull his head down and kiss him, adding a gentle swipe of your tongue against his. It lasts only a moment. That isn't all, is it? I can tell something's eating at you. Why do I feel so reluctant to actually ask him if I should leak the news? Anxiety twists through your stomach, and in the end, you can't bring yourself to ask him. How you play tonight could decide everything. The playoffs, the championship. I know. I'm more stressed out about the game than you are. I know a few things that could help you de-stress. He nudges you to turn around and rests his hands on your shoulders. He begins massaging your shoulders, pressing his fingers deep into your tensed muscles. That's it, a back rub? I thought you were insinuating something a little more... Oh, this is just a little bit of pre-game warm-up. Don't you worry. Oh. You shut your eyes, moaning softly as his hands work their way along your shoulders and the back of your neck. Too bad we don't have any of that oil. I left it in my locker. Glance over the door leading back to the locker room. You'd have to untangle yourself from his touch to get it. Guess we'll have to reschedule then. He finds a particular stubborn knot in your shoulder, and the tiniest twinge of pain becomes a dizzying rush of relief. Ah. You sigh as he steps back and turns you around so you're facing face to face again. Better. You feel much more relaxed and grounded, but the stress of Brent's trade news and what you'll do with it still sits heavy in your stomach. So, did you really come here just to talk about the game? I wanted to wish you good luck on the game later today. Luck? You think I need it? Well, when I offer some good luck, I think you'll want it. You quirk a knowing eyebrow at him, lacing your words with insinuation. And I wanted to... get your head in the game. My head is always in the game, thank you very much. Depends on what game it is, doesn't it? And where your head is. But oh, I have some ideas. You suck in a breath, imagining him naked under the water, his body glistening and pressed against yours, his mouth doing ungodly things to you. You bite your lip and shake your head playfully. Nuh-uh, this is what I was talking about. We can't have you exerting yourself too much before you're on the ice, but there are alternatives. Just what do you have in mind? I'll give you one guess. Let's see. You watch him count on his fingers, your brain conjuring up everything he can do with those fingers. 1, we're in a shower. 2, you look incredible under the spray. I think I got a pretty good guess. His voice is gruff with need, and you can't help but glance down at his own naked body, longing to make him moan your name. Uh-huh. Heat things up with Casey in the shower. Sorry, kids, we know where this'll go. Cool things down. We better not. Coach of the team could walk in any moment. Yeah, that's a great point. You smile up at him. Good luck, Jameson. Don't get too distracted out there. Give him a wink before he pulls you in for one final lingering kiss. Thanks, Ava. You leave him to a shower and head back towards the studio, worry lingering. It's too late to talk about the trade now. I'll have to make a choice when the time comes. Casey is on fire as the game begins. He's pure focus, pure speed, pure skill. As he weaves between 2 opposing players and slams the puck right into the net. He's a powerhouse on the ice, pure focus. It's not long before a rival player rushes at him yelling insults. Let's see you sweat, Jameson! Kells comes barreling in, checking the opponent before he rams into Casey. What's the matter, Jameson? Gotta get a girl to fight for you? Try harder than that, rookie. Casey nods to Kells and lets her handle the angry player. He's walking away again! This is the best I've seen Casey play. Maybe ever. Back on the ice, Brent blocks another rival player, giving Casey space to steal the puck when Lebrowski blocks the goal. No chance. Casey zips across the rink and slams the puck between the opponent goalie's legs. Whoa, what a shot! And before YouTube finds it, somehow. Yeah, anyway. It's an innuendo! Look at that opening. That's what she said. As the first period ends, the Blades are up by several points. You turn to the camera, ready to comment on the game so far. The teleprompter text scrolls by, giving you a recap of the highlights to read on air. The defense is on point today with a solid save by Kells Kinsey that let the captain Casey Jameson light up that lamp. And as the next line appears, you freeze. Teleprompter. Despite Brent Lowell's performance on the ice today, management has decided to trade him at the end of the season when the Blades are restructured. What the hell? Dish gestures excitedly. Read it! Leak the story. No, I won't. I won't betray Casey's trust. In other news, management is in talks to expand the Blades training facility next year. He frowns, gesturing again at the teleprompter. You give him your head a tiny shake. While sources have not confirmed the financial investment for this upgrade, you're out of shock. Dish does the unprecedented and prompts you from behind the camera. So it is true that management is going to get some of those funds by trading Brent Lowell. What? At the end of the season. Yes, that's true. Dish grins and gives you a thumbs up. Your face heats and you stumble on through the segment. Damn it. We'll have that info after the break. Stay tuned. The dish stops rolling and you take a deep breath, your hand shaking with sudden adrenaline. Dish, you had no right to do that to me. What the hell, man? I was just helping you out. It was my choice about whether to leak the story or not. Or it should have been. Look, I'm only trying to help you. This is going to... It's gonna get me in a lot of heat, especially with Casey. Sorry? I can't believe this. So we have a few minutes before the commercial break is over. And now Matthews will want to reveal my source. I don't want to implicate Casey, but how do I avoid bringing him into this? Stare out over the ice, dread building until your hands start to shake. I have two options. I can get solid proof and protect Casey, or I admit the source is anonymous, but that will have people speculating wildly, and it's no guarantee Casey won't get blamed. Get solid proof first. Dun, 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 dun. Get solid proof. You march out of the rink in search of... Chaz. Eva. You can't believe your luck. Of all people, Chaz Cooper is here. You decide he's the best person to give you advice in your time of need. You're supposed to be working. So are you. I'm on break because you're supposed to be on. And they have those wonderful little ice cream pearls here. And they come in those little helmets. Are you okay, Eva? Yeah, sorry, it's just... On the large screen above, a reel of Casey's highlights from the season's plays. Your heart speeds up just seeing him in this element. He flies around the rink, cross-checking a defender before shoving him into a wall so hard he bounces. But then you see him now. Graceful, focused, calm. So sorry, Casey, you took the time and energy to improve yourself. Now it's my turn. I've gotta fix this. You look up at Chaz and realize he's watching you. Watch Casey. I don't suppose you heard my segment? Where you blew the lid off a confidential trade that's going to be upending the Blades and therefore the playoffs as we know it? Can't say I did, it's big scoop. You must have one hell of a source. Yeah, he's, a better man than he knows. He's been growing by leaps and bounds, and I don't want to ruin anything for him by revealing him. I need someone who can go on the record about the trade, and he can't. You pause, taking a deep breath, and say what you really want to say. I really don't want to hurt him. Well, that's just good journalism, isn't it? No other reason, right? Glance back at the screen, watching as Casey scores goal after goal in a quick montage. Each swipe of his stick matches the beat of your heart. It takes you a moment to register Chaz's words. What? No, you're confusing whatever you're thinking. My source isn't... It's none of my business. But it is my job to notice a change in a player's performance. And there's been a change in his performance, because someone started caring about him. Honestly, I wasn't sure he had a setting other than anger, but now, I swear I won't tell a soul. He's worth protecting. I didn't say who. No, you didn't, just like I didn't send you this email right now. He whips out his phone, quickly types something out. Your phone buzzes, and you look down, your jaw drops to the floor as you whisper, This is official trade agreement for Lau. Where did you even get this? Chaz leans in conspiratorially. You'd be surprised what gossip two old guys will get up to when one's heading for retirement. And what's the point of the old boys club if I can't help out the young guns who deserve it? Thank you, Chaz, thank you. You turn to rush back to the studio, but then Chaz catches you by the elbow. Ava, any chance you'd want to take my spot on the show? You blink, deer in the headlights. This just got very awkward. It's not a trick question, kid, promise. Well, I could never fill your shoes. I do wear a size 14. You know what I mean. Yeah, I do, and I'm sure you can do it. Wow, I don't know what to say, sir. Ease off the formality. We're peers. You got it, dude. Not that easy. You give him the finger guns and he chuckles. Kids these days. But seriously, thank you, Chaz. I hope retirement is as good to you as you've just been to me. You and me both, kid. He considers you for a moment, then gives you a surprisingly paternal pat on the shoulder. You'll do fine, Ava. See you around. He heads off to get more ice cream, and you study the attachment he sent you one more time. This is exactly what you needed. You can quote directly from the trade agreement. No one has to know, Casey told me. Including Casey! You rush back to a dish and straighten your outfit as he signals you that the break is almost over. You look like you hit a jackpot. You bet I did. Roll the camera. I got news to share. The broadcast resumes and you look into the camera, confident and composed. In a recently signed deal, Blades player Brent Lau will be traded to the Polars at the end of the season. The reasons for the deal involve financial decisions are related to player performance. Knowing Brent, he wanted a bunch of money, but we'll go with player performance. In the report released by management, reasons for Lau's trade included temperament and the overall structure of the Blades. Fans will not be surprised that Lau's hostility with the captain of the Blades has resulted in tension between team members. The trade deal is quoted as being a necessary move to ensure the stability of the team long term. I mean, that's not wrong either. You continue to quote information from the document, and when the segment ends, Dish gives you a huge grin. You were phenomenal! I had some help. And no one needs to know Chaz was involved, or Casey. You take a moment to glance at your phone. There's another text from Chaz. Nicely done, kid. Thanks. I didn't know you were a big texter. Watch it. I was texting when text were post-its. Now, go enjoy the victory. Post-its. It's true. They were. I still treat them as post-its. Don't at me. Leave me alone. You're about to take his advice when you glance out at the Blades to see Coach frowning at his phone. Looks like Coach has caught wind of the leak. Glance out at the Blades, your stomach sinking even further with dread. Coach pulls out his phone. The rapid notification sounds are audible, even with the excited fans cheering all around you. His expression turns from shock to outrage. He looks across the rink, right at you. Oh no. Great, I get to be blamed. After the game, you rush to the locker rooms, your heart pounding with nerves. The Blades won the game, decimating the opposing team, and everyone is sweaty and restless, checking their phones. You rush up to Casey before he can get to his. Casey, we need to talk right now. Man, that was a great game. I can't believe the last time I played that good. You take his arm and pull him aside, the heat of his skin practically scorching your fingers. There's something I need to tell you. Does it have to do with the goal I made in the second half? Honestly, I'm not sure where that came from either. No, it's about what you said the other day about Brent. What are you doing here? Casey's smile turns to confusion as he realizes the coach is staring at both of you with disapproval. One by one, the rest of the team begins to glare. Coach, I know you're upset. It's breaking news. I had no choice. Besides, it would have come out eventually, right? It shouldn't have come from a two-bit reporter like you. Wait, what's going on? I'd hoped to break the news to my team after we celebrated this win. But it appears celebrating isn't in the cards tonight. He turns to face the team, but from the looks on their faces, you can tell they already know. Management has decided to trade Lau at the end of the season. Sorry you have to find out like this. Everyone turns to look at Brent, but ultimately they return their gazes to glare at you. Now the whole world knows because this reporter went and put it on live television for a sound bite. Casey looks over at you, brows knitted in confusion. It takes everything you have not to flinch under his gaze. Ava, tell me you didn't. I'm sorry, Casey. Coach is right, I leaked it. Tell him all the truth, you stupid ass. Anyway. Because now he's going to think that you literally and figuratively ratted and didn't, get the shit from Chaz. Chaz had, it's on your phone. You can just hold it up and be like, look! Came from Chaz. He's also retiring. And then everybody can go, oh! And then they can be like, okay, it's not entirely your fault. You were just having to report the news. I know. It's things that, just have to escalate the drama for a whole chapter or two. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down the description. Plenty of things to check out. And without further ado, catch you all later. Peace out.